all, and welcome to my channel. Becoming debt-free is an incredible goal for people to have. But let's be quite honest, it's not all about the numbers. The friends you keep around you can either make or break your financial free journey. So today I'm going to discuss the type of people you need to distance yourself in order to gain financial freedom. All right, let's get started. Now, the first type of people you need to distance yourself from is the constant spenders. When it comes to constant spenders, it could be your friends, your family members, it could be anyone within your life that is continually pushing you to spend. And let's be quite honest, family members love to have family gatherings, they love to go out for dinners, they love to do all these things, and they want to include you, especially the people who do destination weddings. There's a place in hell for people who do destination weddings. Now, these people might not even realize what they're doing because they're enjoying their life with a whole bunch of debt, and you're trying to become debt-free and you're trying to build financial freedom. But you gotta be really careful with these people because the people you keep around you, well, guess what? Those will be the people you'll follow and you'll mimic every single thing that they do. So this is how you handle people who are constant spenders. You let them know, you know what? I cannot do this thing that you want to do because it's not within my budget. Continually repeat that constantly, saying either A, you don't have the money for it and you're broke, or it's not within your budget. Eventually, they'll stop and they'll stop coming around and harassing you, telling you, and inviting you to go to all these places where it's extremely expensive, and currently at the time, you don't have the money for it. But this doesn't mean you just neglect them and you just don't hang out with them. Find other ways to hang out, like a game night or some type of low, cheap budget activities. There's plenty out there for you to do. So don't just say no for every single thing, but just be smart and be wise and make sure whatever activity you are gonna do with them is something that fits within your budget and is not gonna derail your journey. And next you have the negative naysayers. We all know who they are. They are the haters. They're the ones that are going to tell you you are never going to get out of debt, so what's the point? Everyone's in debt. Just stop trying to be different and be like everyone else. They're the ones that's constantly going to tell you what's the point of saving, right? We're all going to die one day and you cannot take it with you, so what's the point of saving? These are the negative naysayers that you definitely need to remove from your life because I'll be very honest with you, there's a lot of people out there who share that opinion. So it's really easy to feel like, you know what, the majority of society is feeling that way, I'm going to follow them. But you see, that's the thing about financial freedom. It's not easy to get. It's not easy to go against the current, which is all the constant negativity and all the stuff you see on TikTok. It's a very difficult path to follow, but you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot have people within your life that are holding you down. It's really easy to just get off of TikTok and Instagram. It's really easy to just get rid of some of your friends that you have in your life. But it's not as simple as many people think. It's not, especially when you have to have a face-to-face conversation with them. Now, when you have negative naysayers in your life, this is how you handle them. Limit the conversations with them. Negative people love negativity. They feed off negativity. Why? Because they want to feel validated. And if you're having this conversation with them and you're agreeing with them, they feel comfortable and nothing is going to change the situation. They're just going to continue with the negativity and it's going to drag you down. And at the same time, once you're getting rid of these negative naysayers, try to surround yourself with some positive people. There is positive people in your life. I'm sure there's some type of positive people in your life that you could surround yourself with that's going to get you to where you want to go. And if you can't find them, just go to Facebook communities, subscribe to some YouTube channels that give you some awesome advice like mine. Cheap plug. But you could do many things like that to keep you in a positive mind state because it's extremely critical if you want to become financially free. Now, the third type of people you want to remove from your life is the enablers. Whoa, we know who the enablers are. They're the ones that say, you know what, this one time, it's not a big deal. It's okay. You can spend now and next paycheck you can save. No, you do not want to do that. Those are the people who end up in a paycheck to paycheck cycle because they cannot hold back the instant gratification. You need to delay that. And having some enablers around you is not going to get you to where you want to go. Now, I will tell you this, their intentions are good because when it comes to building financial freedom, especially when you're in debt and you're trying to become debt-free, it's going to take an extreme grind, working hard, 24/7 to try to get yourself into a better situation. They're going to feel bad for you and they're going to tell you things, and rather than encouraging you, saying you're doing a great job, they're going to say, you know what, spoil yourself. It's kind of like those people who go on a diet and you have someone saying, just eat the ice cream, just eat the burger, who cares? You need people in your life that's going to give you some positivity. And I would say this, enablers are really difficult to get out of your life because they're all being nice and they're all caring for you. But at this moment, to get financial freedom, you need some tough love and you need someone to continue to push you. Now, one of the ways to handle this is this, set clear boundaries. Let them know exactly what it is that you're trying to do. Let them know, listen, right now I'm trying to stick within my budget and I'm trying as hard as possible not to break it. So please respect it and push me and encourage me to get to where I want to get to. If you have that conversation with them, they will understand. If they don't, well, eventually they'll fade away, which is even better for you. Now, the next type of people you need to be careful with is the jealous critics. These are the people who feel jealous and insecure about your financial journey. They will call you cheap. They will call you a whole bunch of names because they are extremely jealous. Listen, when you're trying to do something good in your life, it's not only about financial freedom and building debt free, but whatever it is you're trying to do positive in your life, and you're going against the grain from what everyone else is doing, well, guess what? You get a lot of people that are going to push back. They're going to call you all these names because you are a threat to them. Because you're doing something that they should be doing and they're avoiding, and you're bringing it to light. They know, trust me, they know what you're doing is the right thing, but they can't do it. So they will say all these things about you, but when it's all said and done, really, it's because they're jealous. Now, this is how you handle them. Remember, when you get jealous critics out there, they're going to say the most harshest things. But remember this, it's not a you problem, it's a them problem. If someone got to criticize you and make you feel bad for trying to do something positive in your life, it says more about them than it does of you. So just stay focused with your goals. Don't get caught up in those petty little arguments you're going to have with them because you're not going to win. You feel a certain way about this, you have a goal in mind, they don't. They're just trying to drag you down and make you feel horrible for the decisions that you're trying to do. So just avoid it. The arguments are going to go nowhere, so don't even bother. So now let's talk about the financially toxic partner and friend. We all have them in our life. We call them mooches. All they want to do is just ask you for money and they never ever pay you back. They ask you to co-sign. They just have this negative lifestyle when it comes to finances. You got to remove these people from your life. They're going to do you no good, especially now that you're trying to become financially free. Eventually you'll have more money, a whole lot more money. And they're going to see that and they're going to notice that. And they're going to start asking you, and you might feel bad, and you might feel like, you know what, I need to help these people out, and you're going to help them. This is everywhere. It's either with the friends or with the family members. It's always going to be a problem. And on that topic, if you're in a relationship and you're not doing a 50-50 and you're paying all the bills for someone else, they're running up credit card debt, your spouse, a partner, whoever it is, they're running up credit card debt, and they're not handling their business, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but you really need to reevaluate your relationship. You see, if you're going to continue to live that life, you're just being dragged down financially. And eventually you get to a point where you're going to get so upset, so angry, it might lead to a divorce. And now you are responsible for 50% of the debt that was incurred. So you need to really sit down and have a conversation with your family members and your friends, your spouse, your partner, whoever, and come together in your plan on what you're trying to do, which is build financial freedom. You need to be as clear as possible and let them know. Now listen, they might not want to be friends with you after you have this conversation. Your spouse might not be in agreement. That is something where you might need to go to counseling or have a deeper conversation. But you definitely need to just be extremely honest and upfront and let people know exactly how you feel. And if they refuse to respect your boundaries, then you might have to reevaluate the role that they have in your life. This is something that no one wants to do. I understand a lot of people don't like to have these conversations, but you really need to reevaluate your role with your friends, your spouse, or your partner. Because becoming debt-free and becoming financially free is your number one goal. That comes first. If you have a spouse, you want to do it together. You will love to do it together. But you can't be with someone who is just dragging you down. That is not going to work. So remember this, becoming debt-free is a journey. And along that journey, you certainly need to reevaluate the people within your life. Yes, it could be hard. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be simple. But your goals is your number one priority. If becoming financially free and debt-free is your number one goal, you need to put that on the forefront. You cannot have things dragging you down and pulling you away from your path. This doesn't mean you get rid of all your friends. It doesn't mean that, unless you're unfortunate and most of your friends are not helping you in your financial journey. But you don't need to do that. You can have a conversation with them, let them know what you're going through is something that's just temporary, okay? It might take you a few months, it might take you a year, it might take you a little longer, but just understand that there's times you will have to say no. There's times you can't go on that vacation. There's times you can't lend money to people. The whole point of building financial freedom is to not be a Scrooge, okay? And I have no fun. But you just need to go through what you need to go through to get to a point in your life where you're able to help people out. where you're able to enjoy life and not to be struggling and worried continually about working a 9 to 5 and getting laid off. So guys, please drop a comment down below. Which of these type of people do you deal with and how do you handle it? Catch you guys on my next video. Peace.